Good afternoon, evening, morning. My name is Kevin Gallagher with Gray Owl Property Inspections. I'm going to wander you around the outside a little bit, then we'll go through the inside, show you what I found, and of course you'll get a written report with pictures coming up, most likely this afternoon, evening. And if you have any questions at all with that, please feel free to reach out and give me a call. So we'll start over here with the electrical service. Underground electrical service here. We have a 125 amp breaker, so it's a 125 amp service. I pulled the dead front cover off, took a look at the inside. All the wiring appears to be in really good shape, no issues. There's a little dead lizard in there, but if there wasn't, that would be unusual. You also have a photovoltaic system up there, solar, water, and solar electric. And on the inside, it all looks good. It looks like it's hooked up together very well and operating nicely. Above grade, they dump out on top of the surface. And we'd like to get those possibly a little bit further away from the home, but they all appear to be draining away from the home nicely. So that's a good shape. The driveway is in good shape as well. No cracks really to speak of. Our siding is a cement fiber style siding. Really in good shape everywhere. We have flashing where we need them on horizontal trims. The attachment is pretty good. You're going to want to watch these nail heads and put some caulking on them. They face nailed everything. So some caulking on those will help so the water doesn't seep back behind and get behind anywhere. Up on the roof right here, it'd be nice to have some kick out flashing. So as the rake comes down, there's a little kick out flashing that puts the water into the gutter as opposed to running down the side of the building. Backyard. Here's our compressor for our air conditioning system. The air conditioning system appears to be operating nicely. The data plate on the compressor is faded, so I can't tell how old it is. I'm guessing it's probably original for the house. So what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to have a maintenance guy come out and check it out. Check out both systems, the air handler inside and the compressor. Get it up to snuff and make sure that it's operating correctly. Everything I see says it's operating correctly, but we'd like to get somebody out here to fully investigate and see what's going on. Water pressure is about 80 psi, which is just dandy. Plumbing is rated to 80 psi, so it's in good shape. It detected no leaks anywhere. So we have GFCI protected outlets, and then our porch back here, or our patio back here, is in good shape. There's no cracks. We have a composite fence, that is in good shape as well. And the roofing's in good shape up on top. I got up on top of the roof and walked around on top. We're missing just a little bit of granules down towards the edge, which is fairly typical. I'm sure that this is an original roof as well. It looks to me as though you're going to get at least 5 years out of this from here on out. And that's probably good for the exterior, right? Mm-hmm. So here in the kitchen, ran the water. Detected no leaks down underneath here. We have a waste disposal underneath there as well. Here's the switch. Operates nicely. Detected no leaks. Our water temperature is about 106, which is fine. Anything above 100 and below 120 is good. Above 100 will cut the grease if you ever need to do dishes by hand. And 120 and above will burn your skin coming right out of the tap. So we're about 106. So we're in the Goldilocks zone is what I like to call it. Dishwasher, I ran a cycle on that. It seemed to operate nicely. All the doors and drawers that I opened and closed, nice and secure, so they operate nicely as well. I turned the oven on. We got a good reaction from all the burners, and the bake and the broil from the upper and the lower. What we don't have is an anti-tip device on the oven, and what that is a safety device that, say you're cooking some soup and doing a prime rib, you slide your prime rib out to check the temperature and see if it's done, and then sometimes the weight of that can cause the oven to tip. So we'd like to see an anti-tip device on there to keep that soup from coming down on top of you and burning you in the process. Microwave oven. I heated up a cup of water in there, 35 seconds, it heated up nicely. That's a good test for that. This is also your exhaust fan for the kitchen. It does not appear to recirculate, but I don't see where it's going either. I can't get to that side of the house to see if there's a vent out there, but it does not appear to be recirculating, so that's a good thing. We have GFCI protected outlets. Most of the outlets on this side are over the side over there, and then there's one back behind here. Refrigerator, good temperatures in the refrigerator. I got water out of the dispenser. I got cubed ice out of the dispenser, but I did not get crushed ice. I cannot get the button to change to crushed ice for some reason. Out here in the garage, the door shuts by itself, which is what we like to see. Get to the water heater, which is right behind the door. Solar water heater, it's a Sun Earth. This is a 2011. Normally these last between 10 and 20 years. We are looking at about 11 years right now, so you're kind of in the middle of that zone as well. Our water temperature is about 106, so it still appears to be operating correctly. Ran a cycle on the dryer and on the washer, and they completed their cycle. I can't really see much behind there to see what else we've got. I'm pretty sure that there's hot and cold water. I'm pretty sure it vents to the exterior, but I just can't see it from here. The laundry tub is full of stuff, so I could not evaluate that either. Garage door opens and closes nicely. It auto reverses when I put my foot through the electric eye, but it did not auto reverse with pressure, so we'd like to get that adjusted. So that's just an easy adjustment on the closer to get that to adjust with a little bit of pressure. So that's a safety device in case anybody gets trapped underneath the door. The door doesn't keep them trapped to the ground. Our electrical panel, I investigated that, moved all this stuff out of the way. I pulled the dead front cover off. We do have some AFCI breakers in there, which is good. With GFCI is a ground fault circuit interrupter, and an AFCI is an arc fault circuit interrupter. So we have all of our safety systems in the panel. Pulled the dead front cover off. All the wiring on the inside looks good as well. No scorched wiring. It's copper, so that's in good shape. Also, anything else here in the garage? Really can't get to much else. It's all kind of filled with stuff. Opens and closes and locks well. Screen opens and closes easily. Looks like it's been a little repaired on the bottom down there. Good shape. There is a switch over here that we're not exactly sure what it does. It's a 2-gang switch. One switch operates the light to the outside, and the one to the left, we're just not exactly sure what it does. Windows open and close nicely, both of them. The ceiling fan operates nicely also. I just couldn't get any reaction out of this remote control.
Could be the battery.
Yeah, most likely the battery. One of these does the light. Where is it? No, one of these turns that off, and then I'm not sure what this one does. The other switch is over here. We got a light here, and then there's a light to the exterior that work as well. Deadbolt works. The handset does not lock. It's just one of those handsets that don't lock. And then we've got an extra hole down here in the door where they have a different style of handle on there at some point.
Okay,
Sorry.
go ahead.
These two outlets here are GFCI rated. They're close to the water here on this side as well. We have a little powder room downstairs. Sink operates nicely. Drain stopper operates. No leaks detected. GFCI capable outlet there as well. We have an exhaust fan, which is really, really nice. And the toilet is nice and secure to the floor. The bath hardware is nice and secure to the wall and no leaks detected. And the pocket door shuts and latches. And that's a slim shot. And going up the stairs, our handrail is nice and secure. There is a light switch down there that controls this. And there's also a light switch up here that controls this, and that's one of those requirements. So you can have light going up and down the stairs on both sides. Into the master bedroom here. Door shuts and locks nicely, closes. Windows open and close nicely also. I I was able to get the ceiling fan to operate. There is a control right here on the wall. One of it turns off and on, and then this controls the rest of it. I was able to operate it and manipulate it. Here in the bathroom, both sinks operate nicely. Drain stoppers operate, stop all the water. No leaks detected underneath, but we have a slow drain on the right sink. A lot of times when we have two sinks and they drain into one, we end up with a slow drain on one side, and that is what we have here as well. GFCI protected outlet. GFCI protected outlet. The window opens and closes nicely. Our toilet is loose to the floor here, and what happens when we have a loose toilet is the toilet is a kind of a pipe connection, sits on top, and then there's a flange on the bottom. They connect. Within there is a wax ring. So when your toilet is loose over a period of time, that wax ring can become malformed and allow water to seep over the sides and cause some damage to the floor. I didn't detect any damage to the floor. I went down with my thermal camera and looked at the ceiling, and I didn't see any moisture at the time. I did see a patch where at some point possibly they did have some work done, but no issues really. We just want to get this pulled and reseated with a new wax ring to make it operate correctly. The shower tub here operates nicely. You can see our valve diverter is not diverting all the water to the shower head, but we don't have any leaks here at the shower head. We also do not have a drain stopper down at the bottom. Other than that, everything works pretty good. Big walk-in closet for your bathroom. This door actually latches also. We're 2 for 2 on these guys. So that both of those work, you know that's a good place. This is a closet. This used to be over here, and it was hiding the thermostat and the access to the attic. I did take some picture of the closet. It's like a little linen closet, a smaller closet. Nice little storage area. Thermostat for the air conditioning system, which I turned the temperature down on that a little bit. Everything kicked on. Everything's working pretty good, kicking out some nice cool air. We may want to investigate the age of everything. It appears as though the air handler has been replaced at some point. It is not the same age as the compressor is outside. Here in the main bathroom, again, we have a loose toilet to the floor. No leaks that I detected there. The window opens and closes nicely. Our valve diverter is not diverting all the water to the shower head. And we don't have a drain stopper in there, but there's no leak in the shower head.
Is that the drain stopper?
Oh yeah, it's part of it anyway.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's gonna work. So it doesn't pop back up.
No drain stopper.
No drain stopper.
Okay.
Sink. This one. So this, I just can't get the drain stopper to stay down. So we're gonna call that one ineffective. But I detected no leaks down underneath. We have GFCI protected outlets. And our door shuts and locks nicely. And we have an exhaust fan for the bathroom, which is always a plus. Always a plus. We have an extra bedroom over here. Window opens and closes nicely. The closet doors operate nicely as well. And this is a glass closet door, and we do have a nice crack in the side of it there. This door shuts, but the locking mechanism is not working. The button won't pop out. That could be on purpose because it is a small child's room and you just don't want to have that child be able to lock himself in. I was able to manipulate the ceiling fan with the remote control, and the light switch just turns it off and on. Here in this bedroom, door shuts and locks nicely as well. There's no remote control that I can find for the ceiling fan, but this light switch does shut it off and on.
Is the light turning?
that is kind of manipulated through the remote control,
Yeah, okay.
and I just can't.
Find your remote.
I can't find it.
Okay.
I'm good. I was actually able to get to an outlet and good polarity in the outlet. Window opens and closes nicely. From the outside. And the closet doors open and close nicely. Let's see, living room.
Oh, actually, did you get a picture of this? Right at the top there?
Oh, manipulate this ceiling fan with the control on this side. It has many buttons on it. It operates.
Nice.
The light came off and on this one. Window opens and closes nicely.
And all the shutters were pretty good.
Yeah, all the shutters were open and closed easily.
Okay.
I did access the attic, and that is where the air handler is that is connected to the compressor outside. They work together in order to cool off the air. I detected no issues really upstairs at all. They have that spray foam on the ceiling. Everywhere down here in Eva has that spray foam on the ceiling, so it's hard for me to see the structure of the roof system that way. But I did notice it is trusses, but I just can't tell if there's hurricane clips on there. I can't see the sheeting that's on top of the trusses, so I just can't tell how that's all put together. But that about brings us to a close here. That I walked all the way through the house with my thermal imager and looked at the ceiling, and I looked for leaks, looked for moisture, and I didn't really find any of that. So I think we're in good shape. Again, once you receive this report, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out, and I'll answer as many as I possibly can. Thank you for thinking of Gray Owl.